Hi.
Hi, Bonnie.
Thanks so much for coming to our podcast and talking with me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm digging your background. I want
Oh,
to be who you are.
thank you. Yeah, it is a paranormal podcast, so I do record it in outer space. But where are you right now?
I have an admission. I am in our hideaway in Pilot Mountain, specifically Pinnacle, North Carolina. We keep a place in the larger city of Raleigh.
Okay.
We got hit by a tornado.
Oh
You are hit,
no.
and when I say we were hit, this was almost 10,000 square foot facility. It's where I store my fair trailers and
Oh
some of my
no.
molds. August 10th, we had 8 tons of steel blown away. We lost our roof.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm so
So
sorry.
it's okay. We're
Is
we're better
everyone
for it.
okay? Yeah, it did it. Everyone's okay.
Thank you for being one of the minority who asked first. Was
Okay.
everyone okay?
Yeah.
I've gotten other questions like, gee, are you getting rid of anything?
Oh no.
But yeah, where everyone's fine. We watched it happen. There was no
Oh
time
my
to
God.
be scared. But what you're getting now, and if we've got work, we've got things happening, but this is us at our bearing our souls because we literally had the roof ripped off, and
Oh my God.
we're in repair mode. We're okay. We got this.
Well,
We never missed a beat. Not a package. We haven't even told social media. You're the first one that knows that we had a tornado. We didn't let anybody know.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't know there was. I mean, there's obviously so much weather stuff going on right now, all over the country and world. I guess it's impossible to keep up. But I'm so sorry to hear that you all were affected by that. But glad everyone's okay.
Everyone's okay. The valuables are okay. There
Yeah.
were no less than 6 collectible cars. My first automobile was on a lift right next to the roof, and it's still with me. It didn't go, not a scratch. No one
Oh
was
my
hurt.
God.
None of my molds were lost. That's a treasure.
Yeah,
This is
I wish everyone could see what I'm seeing, but there's tons of the most exciting looking molds behind you right now. I guess this is a good. I guess before we keep going, can you please introduce yourself? Is that
Gee, hey,
okay?
buddy, I'm Derek. Uh, the world knows me as the Gummy Bear Guy. I'm that guy. If you've seen
So
my
cool.
stuff, the world's largest candies, you've seen a 5 pound gummy bear, a 3 foot gummy worm, 250 pound pizza, all that
Oh
stuff.
my God.
That's yeah. That fool on the Food Network, Modern Marvels, History Channel. I'm that fool. That would be me.
I'm a fool too. That's so cool. Well, I have to say I just thank you for being here. I just went on a Gummy Bear and Gummy Bear Guy deep dive and found out lots of exciting information. I'm so excited to talk to you about. But the first thing I want to say is, and maybe this isn't a good thing, but your prices are so reasonable. I feel like not even reasonable. I feel like personally, like to get the world's largest gummy bear, it should be like $100. Like you're selling them for like $10 or something. It seems like they
I'm
should
I'm
be so
I,
much more
thank you.
expensive. Yeah.
Well, that's that's kind of you. It is our new model.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot has happened. My
Yeah.
stuff is look. I'm trying to dance around this because if you ever create, here's the way I would say it.
Okay.
If you ever create something, I hope you don't have this difficulty with your copyrighted materials. But if you ever create something that is of value,
Yeah.
you are aware that people will come out of the woodwork to take from you,
Right.
especially if money's involved.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm dancing around this because there are lawyers and suits and whatnot, but let it suffice to say, I created all of this. I
Yeah.
have all the master molds. And what I've chosen to do going forward, since, how can I be kind? If people emulating you is the most sincere form of flattery, I'm very flattered. How
Yeah.
about that?
Okay. That's
And
fair. We
so
you
the
don't
new model is I
right.
make it and I sell it to you. and there's no middleman. There's no wholesaler.
Okay.
There's no markup. And in some
Okay.
cases, and I know we're audio and not, this is for you, Bonnie. I'm showing you. We autograph some of my master molds and send
my
them,
God.
which something tells me that you're going to be getting a box of swag.
Oh my
But,
God. Oh,
so
wow.
I make my stuff and I sell it to you, and there's no in between. So
Okay.
therefore, your price is good.
Well, I was shocked because I just went with my nephews maybe 2 weeks ago for their one of them's birthday. Yeah, my 11-year-old nephew's birthday. We went to a candy store, and I don't, this is not a world I'm familiar with. Like sugar is, the most exciting thing in the world to so many people, but no one more than a young man on his birthday. And at the sugar store, I could not believe the innovation since when I was a little child and going out to pick the one piece of candy I'm allowed to get. But, he was not restricted to the one piece. And he actually had the opposite, which is when you're allowed to get anything and you kind of like are like, you don't know what to get, so you don't go overboard, kind of, that scenario. But I saw so many, just the innovation with candy, I guess, in the last 20 years is bonkers. And so you started your store in 2003, and I guess like when I was a candy eating fool, there was just, I think, like as far as in the M&M world, I think there was just chocolate um and peanuts. And I don't know when they like were like, hey, let's innovate. But now there's, I mean, every kind of imaginable thing that you could possibly dream of. And I guess maybe we can take this to tell us your love affair with candy and gummies. Tell us how this started, how it began, and how you continue to innovate, because this is a heroes podcast, and you're a hero and you're an artist. And I want to know how your creative process, where it started and how it got to be here, if you don't mind sharing that.
I do not, and I'm flattered, I'm humbled, and I'm blushing. If you can see it, very nice, very kind. Thank you. It started out of necessity. Was trying to make a buck, frankly.
That's fair.
We, as brief as I can be, and to give you all the good details. By the way, as kids, you're right. I remember I'm from that same period where you went to the store and you had, at the time, innovation was when they started making bubble gum in packages that looked like baseball, like
Oh
chewing
yeah.
tobacco.
Oh, I
That
love
was
that.
innovation.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh
Wax
yeah.
bottles. Wax bottles was
Oh yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
So going back to the late 90s, I was not formally trained as a confectioner. I did a lot of other things, but as an investment, we bought a candy store in Wilmington, North Carolina. And it did not take long for us to realize that we're not going to make it if we don't have something that everyone else doesn't have. We had, M&M's had just done, and what you're referring to is the color works, I believe they called it. And they
Okay.
started doing all these other colors. They would do something other than an M on the candy.
Ooh, yeah, I remember
that
that. So
they're doing
exciting.
this. A company called Hot Licks, they're still around, very innovative. I saw that they were putting scorpions in hard candy.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, remember, you've seen
Yep.
those, they're still around.
They still have
So I've
those.
seen this and I'm thinking, wow, I should be a store that specializes in this eclectic, these neat things. Even went so far as to try to source all the retro stuff.
Cool.
And that was the idea of getting the store, the first candy store. But then we realized the big boxes were selling candy for less than you could buy it from a wholesaler.
Okay.
And a lot of different players were getting involved. I knew we had to have something. We had to innovate. We had to create a thing. And we tried some stuff I know you never heard of because frankly, we didn't know that much of it. But we were the first to do chocolate infused with vitamins. It's commonplace now.
Oh
But if you
wow.
Doc
That's
Brown,
so
vitamin enriched chocolate. Before I was the
Okay.
Gummy Bear Guy, I was Doc Brown. And
Oh wow.
put vitamin D in milk chocolate, vitamin C, orange with dark chocolate. You see how they
That's
go together.
interesting.
B6, B12, that sort of thing. And it just, it wasn't, people liked it, but we couldn't sell enough to accomplish what we were trying to do.
Right. I bet you could sell that in heaps now. People love getting their vitamins from not their food, you know?
From something bad.
Yeah, they love eating poorly, but spending more money to get what they should get from their food. I've noticed that this last year more than almost anything else. But
Things with the pandemic, it's a moving target. Things are changing all the time.
yeah. Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. Wow, well, you're really ahead of the curve there. So
Okay, that's one way to look at it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
yeah.
Well, anyway, so those didn't sell, but we did have this one item that was promising. We called it a Big O. And a Big O was like an Oreo, only supersized. Everything about it was double.
Oh
And
my
we
God.
dipped it in dark chocolate. We made our own marshmallow center and thickened it by, as thick as the sole of your shoe. And then we
Wow.
swooshed all that together. And that was a good seller. So now we know, well, we can come up with something and people like it. But chocolate was hard to ship. And there were some other bugaboos about chocolate. And out of frustration, one day I said, I don't know what we're going to do. We had some other things that were actually so crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. They were crazy. But I guess whenever I blurted out, I don't know, we'll make a gigantic gummy bear. I guess that was crazy too. And we literally made that one. I made that master mold, sold it, made two, sold that 4, and pretty soon we're selling 6,000 a day. And now we're all over the world now.
Yeah, well, you're the first thing. Congratulations and thank you, first of all. But when you look up, like gummy bear, big gummy bear, or when you look up, because I just did to see what a normal person, unlike myself, would see if they were to look up gummy bears, and you are the first thing that comes up. So you did good. I don't understand anything about the internet, but whatever you're doing is obviously working. And is one of the first things that comes up, and is one on a lot of the best gummy bear like lists for whatever presents and ideas for fun candy ideas. You guys are leading the pack,
Well, those who know, and again, I'm parsing my words and trying to stay within the legal boundaries of what we've all fought so hard for. For those who know the true story, they know me as the creator of these things, and they know that I continue to innovate. We used to say we had thousands. Years ago, we had thousands of creations.
Yeah.
I could not tell you now how many SKUs, how many creations, how many variations on a theme. I could make a new candy every day. It's what I do. I mean, for better or for worse, this is what I do.
Well, so oh, sorry to interrupt you, but I guess that's like the thing I'm most excited about is like, what's your, like, my process for writing is writing music is like, I walk and and the rhythm of walking kind of is what leads me to ideas. Like, where do your ideas come from? Are you constantly working? Like, tell us how you create as an artist.
Well, that's so cool that you said you walk, because I walk too. And
Wow.
I think it's, in my mind, you're getting oxygen in. You're not in the confines of any place staring at anything necessarily. I get out, I walk, and I feel like the oxygen to the brain. I mean, if that's what's happening, great. If it's not, don't tell me any different. It works. But I've joked with people about how I see things through gummy glasses, a gummy prism. I see the world through gummy glasses. Case in point, and I have if you've been to my Instagram or my website, you've probably seen what we call the world famous gummy foods.
Yeah.
Those usually have a genesis. For the case in point, the breakfast.
Okay.
It consists of bacon, a waffle, a Belgian waffle, and an egg sunny side up. Well, I was on vacation having breakfast, staring at a plate of this food, this breakfast food, and I just stopped everything and said, "That's the next candy." And we took the photograph, brought it back, and we replicated it. And yeah, that's just I wear my gummy glasses. Everything is translated through those, I guess.
That's incredible. That's so cool. Have you like when you first thought of this and it started working, is that when the gummy glasses came on? Or were you wearing other glass, like metaphorically, were you wearing other glasses before, just candy glasses, and then it became gummy glasses? Or
If the first things we did, the bears, there were two bears. We had the world's largest bear and a smaller half-pound. World's largest is 5 pounds. We do a 30-pound bear also now, but
oh my God. Wow.
Federal trademark on world's largest gummy bear. And here's something we always clear up with any show, anybody that's any interview. People ask, well, I have seen this. Why couldn't I dig a hole in the backyard in the shape of a gummy bear and pour it with gummy recipe? Wouldn't that be the world's largest? Well, no, the criteria, and we learned early on from Guinness, and you can debate this up and down, but it has to be readily available for retail distribution worldwide.
Oh, okay.
Before that, it has to be edible.
Oh,
but so if you dug a swimming pool bear, you have the neighborhood's largest bear. You're not able to sell it around the world. It's debatable whether he's really edible or not. But those were the first 2 candies I made. Before that, I was a kid that would play in my food. Let me know if I stray too far from the path.
No such thing.
If I got a piece of bread, it ended up with being a giraffe.
Oh, wow.
Recently, a major network asked me, we were talking about this food thing. It may have been Disney Plus. It may not have.
Okay, fair enough.
It may not have. I forget.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong about it.
That's okay.
Anyways, how did can you make things out of food? Things other than gum?
Wow.
So I made a thing out of potatoes, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and then I always was playing with anything that resembled clay or whatnot. Right. Started making a line of figurines, these gnomes. Taught myself how to make things out of clay and to make molds. Didn't know that a decade or so later it would translate into candy. But as a medium, candy is great because once you buy one and consume it, you need another.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're a sculptor. I mean, it sounds like you're a sculptor.
I guess first and foremost, and a good friend, and I've got to come back around to this because I got to ask you, I'm trying to trace how exactly I started following you.
I would love to know that too.
I have 2 guesses, but Wayne Coyne is the one who convinced me that, dude, you're just an artist. The candies paint. Yep. And I was like, wow, you're so wise.
That was one of my questions is how do you know him and how did that whole thing start? That's so cool.
Oh, Wayne. Oh, gee. Yeah. If he gets around to listen to this, which I think he will, I owe everything to Wayne.
Wow, that's so cool.
Wayne dubbed me the Gummy Bear Guy. Wayne's the one who said, I kind of like to be a Gummy Bear Guy. Cool. Well, that's kind of cool. Now it turns out that he had been trying to get hold of me back in the early days, and I didn't believe he was who he said he was.
Okay.
We all
fan of the Flaming Lips.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy and the song and the thing, and I was like, he's reaching out to me. Get out of here. And he was wanting something kind of controversial. Somebody on the internet in the early days was saying, hey man, can you make me a gummy fetus? And I'm like, the internet's full of weirdos. Yeah. Who is this person?
Yeah.
And I had gone up to New York for the wedding of if you know, Bonnie, are you a baseball fan?
I am.
You a Yankees fan?
Yankees? Sorry, I'm a Mets fan. It's okay. Sorry. Is it?
Michael Kay was getting married, the announcer for the Yankees.
Oh, cool.
I think he was either him or Johnny Applegate, his bride, was either one of the two were Gummy Bear fans. So they asked me to make this special bride and groom, world's largest gummy bear for a cake.
That's so cool.
So that's my door. I'm up there talking to the Yankees.
Wow.
Me and Al Leiter closed down the Cristal Bar. Thanks, Al. Daryl Strawberry's a friend now. At the time, Rudy Giuliani, got to sit in Brian Williams' desk before that thing happened. Rudy Giuliani did the ceremony, and afterwards, I was there with a sportscaster in New York, Amy McGorry. We were there together, and Rudy Giuliani turned to us after the ceremony he just performed and said, "Now I can do you guys next." With all due respect,
Yeah.
I just met this girl. We're just here we're just visiting.
Yeah.
So anyway, on the ride back from New York, I've been up there, had a swell time. I'm still reeling from this, and I take a phone call, and once again, here's this guy, and he's like, we're trying to get hold of you. We want you to make a gummy fetus. And I took the call and was like, dude, just you gotta chill out. You gotta leave me alone. I'm Wayne Corner, the Flaming Lips. Really? And we got to talking, and I realized it was Wayne Corner.
Yeah, that's so
And
cool.
I guess after that, man, we've shared a lot of fun. So I was going to ask you, have you played the Ritz in Raleigh?
I don't know, to be honest. And the only reason I don't know is because that chunk of my head of is not like, I'm not attached to tour information. I know that sounds really weird, but I can't like, this has been an ongoing theme where I can't remember. But I think maybe we have. It's
Okay.
hard. I feel like maybe we were on tour with Rocky Erickson, and I think maybe we played there, or I really I know that that's a weird thing to say, like, oh, part of my brain is turned off.
No, it's got to be. It's like saying, have you ever driven down this road?
Yeah. No.
Did you open for Wolf Mother?
No, we didn't. But we are friends with Oliver Hybert, who's friends with.
That's the second guess. Oliver.
Okay. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, he's our friend, for sure. And yeah. So
tell him I said hello, and I'm still waiting to do the gummy project for him.
Cool. Oh my God, that would be the coolest gummy.
Can you imagine all of his stuff in gummy? Can you imagine?
God. I can't. He's like one of our favorite artists in the whole wide world.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. Well, that's so interesting. I didn't know. I saw that Oliver follows you, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But duh, you're a cool artist.
No. Oliver's an artist. You are an artist. I'm a hack. I'm a guy that does a thing that just got hit by a tornado. I'm a fan, is what I am.
I'm sorry about the tornado, but I mean, I think most people are artists, but I mean, that's your life, and just the idea that you are always pursuing something, that's art, and that's life, and making stuff out of your food, and is like that's you're an artist. And it's funny that you say that about mashed potatoes, because I don't know if you ever heard of this, but there was a place in, I think, Lawrence, Kansas, called Potato Mountain. Have you ever heard of that? It was a restaurant that all their food was shaped like different famous mountains out of mashed potatoes.
Get out.
Yeah, I don't know that much about it, but maybe you might want to look into that, and maybe it's not open anymore, I don't think, but maybe that's a friend you could make. Or maybe
I have to compelled to show you this now.
Yeah, show me.
This is just for you, right? No one can see this. I have to explain.
Well, there's some people on the Patreon, but that will see this. If it's
are you willing to share some? Will you share with me? May I show some clips? Is that okay? Maybe we should talk about it after
unless
the fact.
You're scared that someone's gonna see it, because somebody might see this.
Why would I worry? I'm not.
I don't know. I just want to be.
There are so many people taking my ideas, and I better stop right there. I got people in the wings here telling me, zip.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe.
Buy from the Gummy Bear Guy. That way you know it's me. You'll see my stuff. You'll be like, that looks exactly like his stuff. Well, it probably is.
Okay.
If you're getting it from me, then there's no worries. Bonnie, there's Winnie the Pooh. I think I can say that, completely out of yams. And in case you're at home and you don't see it, yeah, that's the honey pot, but he's mashed potatoes. He's straight mashed potatoes, and that was supposed to be a thing for a network, and we don't know. We won't talk about that. I just happened to accidentally.
Is that a mold, or you just?
No, that's a pile of potatoes.
I mean, you're amazing. That is
no.
Cute.
No, I'm a fool. Let's don't forget that I'm a fool.
Well, you can be both a fool and amazing. There's no rules.
I'll stop paying my counselor and just pay you.
Well, I'll do free PR for you. Okay, there's one thing I need to discuss with you. This is a must discuss thing. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I need your input here. So I was reading on Wikipedia about gummy bears, and it said that red is raspberry, orange is orange, the see-through one is pineapple, the yellow one is lemon, and the green one is strawberry. Do you know this?
Anything can be anything. We can make any color, any flavor.
Right.
There was a time when, and we still do it.
Okay.
And I'm tempted. I have an assistant here that I'm prepared to. She'll run some things if I need to run some. We can make. Let it suffice to say, we can make any flavor and any color and any combination of flavor and color. I think it's kind of cool when you mishmash it.
Right.
And what we want to do we're going on 20 years of doing this.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I haven't gotten around to, just because there's always this swirling, just to-do list.
Right.
But on Halloween, the one day out of the year, back when I owned candy stores, Halloween was the one day out of the year that for most candy stores, they didn't make any money because it's the one day a year you get it for free.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we made it profitable because we had the thing that you couldn't get anywhere but us.
Right.
And the kids in the block knew if you're going to get a gummy brain or a heart or any of that stuff, the Gummy Bear Guy had it. So
yeah.
But the thing I never got around to was I wanted our online factory, if you will, to go haywire, like it was haunted on Halloween. And you would get like the bear might have a parrot's head, or the snake would have a.
That's awesome.
The flavors get in, and for one day, everything is just spooked up.
That's so cool. Yeah, I am a huge fan. I saw of the zombie bear. I love that. That's so cool. You know?
Everything's got a story. Careful. How many hours do I have? 12 hours?
Yeah. What's the story with the zombie bear? That is awesome. For people that don't know, it has like a skeleton that you can see kind of on top. It's so cool. What's the story of the zombie bear? You
have done your homework. Oh, I love you. You're going to get us big swag box.
Oh my God.
Famously, we've been asked, and a lot of times, whether it was TV shows or movies, would we help them out and do some stuff? And recently, we did some steaks for a show. I don't know, what's that, Netflix? What is it? It's a show, lifelike steaks, and their actors couldn't eat raw steaks, so we made a gummy steak that they could eat.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Now, I said yes to that because I famously, just like telling Wayne no, and I didn't know it was Wayne. I never would have told Wayne no. But so a kid comes up to me back in Raleigh, the store that I had in Raleigh, and Raleigh, North Carolina is really cool because it's such a blend of cultures and people and professions, and you never know who you're going to run into. Kid comes in the store and says, "Hi, my dad's a producer for this show, and what you're doing is kind of cool. So could you make a candy for him?" And long story short, I basically poo-pooed the whole thing, and later turned out that his dad worked for a show. You may have heard of it, The Walking Dead.
Oh wow!
Cool. I understand it did okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right. So once we found out that we missed that boat, so then I was all over like, hey, don't you want some zombie candy? And we did a bunch of things: arms, hands, tongues. Blah, blah. But I always go back to my bread and butter, my two bears, my half-pound bear and my 5-pound bear.
Yeah.
And the people who can see, and I don't know if they can see it, this wall behind me is loaded with. We've done over 100 variations on the little bear, and maybe just as many on the big bear. And so with this zombie thing, and now I'm a fan of The Walking Dead, and we're at the fair, I believe. I don't know what city we're in, but I could drive back here to my shop and back to this fair if I did it real fast, round trip, 24 hours. So I promised some people who were saying, don't you have Walking Dead? Didn't you do something? Meet me back here tomorrow and I'll have it. I will show you. I will show you the exact master mold that I made that night.
Oh, wow.
Got in the car, I'm sorry, I got to step. I don't mean to turn my back on you, but
No,
this is a variation on a bear that's in between my world's largest and small. So this
okay.
guy's like a 1 pound gummy bear. I
Okay. How
literally just,
many? Sorry, is that like 10 inches? Just for
he's
human.
gonna be about 9 inches
Okay.
tall, three
Wow.
inches thick.
I'm
And
usually
that's the master.
really
That is
bad
the
at.
actual
Okay.
master mold made out of clay.
Wow, he's
So
cute.
I just basically took him, sawed his face off, okay, and I work with a polymer clay. It's a clay that kids. Well, it's Sculpey. The brand
Right.
name is Sculpey. Plug for Sculpey. Back the truck up
Sculpey.
here at my place, and I'll
Sculpey. That's cute.
Sculpey polymer clay. So I
Sculpey.
made these bones. In a past life, I worked in physical therapy. We
Oh,
won't go
really?
any
Okay.
traumatic brain injury, and they used to. Some people said they couldn't tell the clinician from the patient. I took that as a compliment.
Oh.
But
You had
I
okay, sorry.
no, go.
No, you had a traumatic brain injury?
No, I was
Oh.
I was physical therapist. I worked with traumatic brain injuries.
Oh, okay.
And some outpatient orthopedic stuff, but
Oh,
was
wow.
fascinated by the. It's a local hospital, Baptist hospital, Stick Center. Orthopedic injuries are one thing. Traumatic brain injuries are fascinating.
Yeah.
And again, I think I was the type of clinician. They said they couldn't tell whether I was the clinician or the patient.
That's hilarious. Well,
So, and
I can understand that. We have a few friends that have had traumatic brain injuries, so thank you for your work.
it's a noble calling. It's something that we still have philanthropies. We still have involvement with things. It's frankly for people more skilled than I. I'm not I can't. My hat's off to people who can do those things. It's a noble calling, and I'm just a guy. Again, remember, I'm a fool. I play with my food.
Well,
I stay in my lane.
You're essential. What you do is essential. So,
but I learned anatomy and
yeah.
physiology, and I knew these bones, and I made these bones.
Right now, we're holding up a giant gummy bear, and you can see his skeleton. It's so cute.
This is a version, the very first version I did. And later we called this the bony bear because he is just that.
Whoa.
He is just a bear that you see his bones through.
That's so cool.
So we thought that too. We were like, well, that's cool, but can't we expound on that? So I'm gonna turn my back again.
No, it's okay.
Here's another variation. So now we say, let's make him a zombie, right? Is that?
Wow, now you can see his
added
organs.
guts and bites, bulging eyes. And when you take this master and you make the candy molds and then you fill it with candy, you're mindful to make the bones white, the heart red, the intestines are green. We have the eyes and the tongue. It's just it's sculpting with candy is what it is.
Yeah, it totally is. And then you also have flavors, which I feel like is that also is that one of your favorite parts or least favorite parts? The
flavors?
Yeah.
Oh, where do I go? There's so many things coming out now that I'm okay. We love working with the flavors, and of course, one of the hot things now, no pun or pun intended, is the hot stuff,
right?
The hot foods.
But
for a long time, we've done hot peppers.
Yeah.
Well, are you familiar with the hot ones?
No, what's that?
All the celebrities are doing this. The 10 wing challenge, the 10 chicken wings, and the celebrities come on. And Sean, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Somebody look up Sean's last name real quick so I can drop that. Anyway, great. He's a great host.
Yeah.
And he apparently has a high tolerance, high threshold for pain. So he sits across from these celebrities. They eat these hot wings with varying, increasing.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
You may have seen.
Okay,
well,
now
we
I know.
have our own candy version of that.
That's so fun.
It is fun. I'm having a ball with that.
That's such a good idea.
I'm going to send you some of those. Do you like hot food?
I do. I love hot food, but that seems like would be great for college kids, because I think most candy stuff, is for everyone, but targeting the college kids. That's a whole new ball game. Seems like because they like
And
to.
I like the flavors. Like we can do spaghetti. We do a spaghetti and meatball that we can make it taste like spaghetti. Or what we've learned,
Yeah.
the food we learned this from was our gummy lowland boil with crab and shrimp. Uh,
Wow. Oh
well,
my goodness.
the shrimp flavored candy.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even be in the room when we make it.
Okay.
It's kind of oh.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair.
we
So
watched Kids Earl. It was our version of the Birdie Bots, if you know what that is,
I
right?
don't know what that
The
is.
Harry Potter jelly beans,
I
gross flavors.
I don't I don't, but that sounds so fun.
I have to take you. I'm gonna have to take you to a proper candy store and introduce you to some of these things.
Yeah, well,
The
we'll
Birdie
go.
Bots,
Yeah. Yeah.
like they have candies like earwax and
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, vomit and stuff. Well, see,
Oh
we can
my.
do not only that's in the shape of a jelly bean.
Yeah.
We can do things that taste like anything, but we
Yeah.
can also make it in the shape of the thing too.
That's amazing.
So I do love. See, that's what you get from me. You ask me a simple question,
No,
and I
that's
filibuster for about a half an hour. I love playing with the flavors just as much as playing with
okay.
the shapes.
I was just, yeah, because I was like, oh, I wonder if he just absolutely loves thinking of new ideas, but the flavor's not as exciting. But it's good to know that you like both. I guess, yeah, that's so interesting. But I do feel like, yeah, like you could do stuff for not to give you any idea, and I'm sure you've already thought of it, but yeah, like I imagine when you say the spicy thing, I just imagine like people making like what is it, like TikTok videos and like or like stuff to pair with beer or something, like just because it seems like it's Halloween season. I declare it Halloween season. Halloween is our most important thing. I've
Is it
decided
official? You
it's
declared it? It's
official.
on?
It's on. Yeah. I don't know when it is nationally recognized, but I woke up today and I was like, it's on. And I was like, just thinking about it and like obviously, so I was going to talk to you, thinking about candy and candy culture and all of this stuff and the importance of sugar and how it can be used for good, and how it's changed society. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like it's really targeted to kids, but it seems like people are learning so much this past year, and drinking isn't working for as many people. Alcohol is a problem, drugs are a problem. Sugar is this, it can be, but it can also be like a super exciting thing you give yourself, and no one's really talking about it. No one's
I
talking about,
concur.
yeah,
I agree with you.
yeah, like people need to start using sugar again as like a essential part of their lives in a way that you treat it as a special thing like alcohol or whatever else, but it's not bad for you. It's not necessarily bad for you if used
In moderation,
properly. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All
In
things.
moderation. Yeah, that's so
It has to be
cool.
official. You declared this to begin. I just had my first pumpkin
It's
spice
official.
latte today for the year.
Congratulations.
So you are correct. It is today's the date. Mark this on your calendar. We
Yeah.
ushered it in.
Well, you would probably know best. Is there an official start to Halloween season?
It never stops if you look at the
Right.
orders. We just all right. So variation on a theme. This little half-pound bear I
Yeah.
talk about refer to. Well, one of the many variations we've done, we call them Boo Bears.
Ooh.
Do you mind if I do? I'm doing show and tell with you. Is it okay? Do you want to see, or does it? I don't want to exclude anyone who's on audio only.
I think that the passion and energy and excitement will shine through even if it's just audio. I'm so into this. Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know what we're talking about, my right, here's a reference point. This is my little half-pound bear. You're probably
Okay.
familiar with this little
And
guy.
he's showing us a bear that's like 6 inches.
Well, 5 inches.
Okay.
It's a half a
I'm
pound.
really good at guessing sizes today. I don't know why. Okay, he's so cute too. His little hands.
And by
are up.
any standard, this is a gigantic gummy bear. If
Like
you're
how
familiar,
many? Yeah, how many gummy bears would you say fit in that one gummy bear?
he would be the equivalent. Let's see, if 12,000 go in the big one, they do it in half, and 6,000. Okay, he's going to say, I'm going to give him 400. Okay.
Oh my God.
So
400 gummy bears.
yeah, or slightly less. I think it's more than 250, but 400 on the high side.
Okay, that's fair.
So,
Just so
that's
everyone
the
knows.
range weight
Okay.
wise.
Right.
And keep in mind, when you look at a bear, I get asked this question a lot. Looking at him, he looks like he's tall. If you melted him and he was just a spot
Yeah.
on the floor, he's not very voluminous. It's really
Right.
weight we're talking about,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Wait. Okay, so you've seen him now in Halloween. Sorry, I'm coming back.
No, it's okay.
This is our Halloween offering. And I made these, I think originally 2 years ago.
Okay.
For Halloween, but the orders never stop. They come in daily. So if you ask when do
I Halloween every day, just to be clear. That is our religion, is Halloween. Like
well, this is for you then. Can you see him?
Oh, is it Frankenstein?
That is Frankenstein.
Wow, it's a bear and he's Frankenstein.
Okay, so then you know who this is.
It's a mummy.
It is indeed a mummy, and you would know who this is.
Is that a werewolf?
It is indeed a werewolf.
Werewolf, but it's a bear.
And what's lacking? Which one are we missing? The one with the cape.
Dracula, that is too cute.
So these orders come in every day.
So
my answer is it never stops.
No, it never stops. But what I've been thinking a lot about is, when does it start? Like, when can we officially just be like, that's it, it's Halloween season? Like, I could just tell today when I woke up, it is. Like, it smells different, at least in Los Angeles. It feels different. It's overcast in a different way. Like, it's exciting in the air. There's static. Like, all of these things happen when it's about to be Halloween. And it's just a mindset. Like, you're allowed to just be like, I want to have fun in a different way than you have summer fun. It's like a different kind of fun. And I'm calling it. That's it. I'm calling it. It's Halloween.
I'm going to go with you. It's the 3rd. Is that correct? It's the 3rd?
Yeah. I don't know when this is coming out. So sorry for everyone that maybe Halloween is tomorrow, or maybe it was last week, but it still is Halloween season once it starts. And
I will mark it on my website going forward that Bonnie and I concur.
Yeah.
And this is now official. We have a quorum on this. What is your West Coast? So what's your high today out there?
Oh, I mean, it's different everywhere. In Los Angeles, I think it's like, you mean like 85? You mean like temperature? Yeah. What's it like over there?
Today was really the first day where we kind of dropped down in the 70s.
Cool.
So yeah, I woke up and it's like, oh, this is fall.
Yeah.
Then someone brought me a box of donuts and a pumpkin spice latte, and I said,
exciting.
oh yeah,
So exciting. Can I ask you one question that's like been really on my mind for a few years?
Bonnie, I think you know you can ask me anything.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. So I'm a real big fan of blue candy, and we were about to go on the radio on KXLU, and I woke up with this realization that blue candy is called blue raspberry, and I was really, really confused and shocked. And when we went to the station, I was gonna address this because I had a platform to just ask, why is it called blue raspberry and not blueberry? And then when we got there, they had Dum-Dums, and the Dum-Dums had 3 blue lollipops. One was blue raspberry, one was blueberry, and one was cotton candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to discuss, if you know the origin story behind why blue candy is blue raspberry. Is that just sound more exciting than blueberry?
I will tell you what our experience with it. This is the feedback from the people who buy our stuff.
Okay.
Obviously, when I make a pie, I make slices of pies and I make a whole pie. When we do that pie, and it's so realistic looking that we've actually tried to slide it into the pie contest at the county and state fair.
That's awesome.
And then they see the name on it. Get that out of here. We know you.
That's so cool.
But that would be blueberry. I've yet to really see. I haven't seen a blue raspberry pie. Maybe it's like, was it rhubarb? Maybe somebody's doing it. But pie is typically blueberry.
Right.
We do blueberry. We also do cotton candy and bubble gum in blue, because you can buy cotton candy, you buy bubble gum in the blue color.
Right.
Raspberry, what I would say is, it is our probably second most popular flavor.
Wow.
It
That's
has a tartness
great.
to it that a blueberry, right, would
Okay.
not have.
I see where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Wow. Asked and answered. This has been like maybe like 6 years I've been waiting for this answer. Thank
Should have
you.
called. Should have called me.
I know. That's incredible. And then one other question is um I saw that you have build your own bear. Is that something that's just a flavors thing, or is that a could you build like a half zombie, half mummy bear kind of thing?
That is my way of conveying to you which burger joint was it back in the day until you can have it your way? I guess that was Burger King. Plug for Burger King. Don't send me anything. I don't eat Burger King. No offense to anyone. I don't eat fast food. That's what I should say.
That's
But have
good.
it your way. You can have it your way. We can do literally. We tell people, what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you? I can make challenges. What do you want? We can make anything. The next big thing, and another network wants it. They took me up on that and said, same one that said, would you make a life size? I'm going back to Wayne again. If you'll remember, Outrageous Halloween a couple of years ago on the Food Network, we did a life size Wayne coin with the guts
So
in it.
cool. Yeah,
They wanted the biggest thing I'd made.
yeah.
So this time they came and said, well, we're thinking bigger than that this time.
Whoa.
Life size edible T-Rex.
Oh my God. Wow.
You down for that?
That is crazy.
You could walk up to him and bite him,
And
as opposed to the inverse of that. You walk up and you bite him.
that's
So
amazing.
remember the old Wonka movie that back in 71, 72, it was the thing was, oh wow, look, those kids are licking the wallpaper. How innovative. One of my favorite movies, of course, but we're well beyond licking wallpaper. This would be a T-Rex that when someday in the near future, you'll be able to walk up to him.
Yeah.
And I know here's a little secret to it. It will be a replaceable patch of the leg. So all the kids are not going to have to gnaw on the same leg.
That's brilliant.
You could walk up to him and bite a chunk of the T-Rex and say, take that big guy, and walk away laughing. And we'll replace that spot, and every other kid can do it too. I'm making people laugh in here right now.
That's amazing. I love that you thought about the sanitary concerns. But that's awesome.
T-Rex is nothing if not sanitary.
That's amazing. Well, I can't imagine. I mean, I guess, and you'll have to for me, is I can't imagine where else you can go, but I can't wait to see. That's super, super cool. And I guess, yeah, I feel like, so and one question about how you do art stuff is, do you write down all your ideas, or like, it seems like you're always around people so you can bounce ideas off of people, but what's your way that you get ideas out when they pop into your head, or your gummy goggles?
If I could I try not to be, I'll just tell you, there's stuff all around where you are. This room was spared from the disaster, and I'm cleaning up in here now as we speak, but it starts a lot of times with a sketch.
Oh, okay.
And there's things to consider. It's not just, part of the challenge isn't just, we're making a circle, and you draw a circle. See, there's a circle. You're thinking about how can we do this and package this. All right, here's case in point. We here on the East Coast have this reoccurring the cicada invasion.
Oh God.
You know about this, right?
Yeah, it's so weird how loud it is. Yeah, like on tour, it's
so
crazy.
Someone challenged you. Where's your cicada? Where's your gummy cicada?
Yeah.
Here. So part of the challenge making the cicada. Now, as a kid, tell me if you remember the cicada climbs up a tree and then he leaves that shell, right? That little shell on the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh.
So in my mind, I wanted the packaging to then open, right? The same way as you take the candy out, but it leaves behind that shell, just
That's
like a cicada.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, we promised, the cool thing about this is gonna be, we're only gonna make these every 17 years, just like a cicada.
That's
So in
awesome.
drawing this up, the plan was how to arrange this and make it so you make the candy, you make the packaging. It is a challenge,
Yeah.
and so but it starts with a sketch. Yeah.
So cool. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. It's so wonderful to talk to such a creative and inspired person. And just thank you so much for your time, especially with what's going on there. Um, and please let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, well, I am the Gummy Bear Guy, so please, if you want the originals made by the creator from the original molds, go to thegummybearguy.com. The Gummy Bear Guy, gummy with a Y, thegummybearguy.com. Or you can find me on Amazon. It's like everything else in this world. You can find us on Amazon. We have the full offering between the two places. You will probably see us in select stores soon. But for now, we're cutting the middleman out. Those two places online are, and meet me at the fair. We have trailers covering the US. We're branching out. Come to your county state fair. If you see a 2-story big red bear in the sky, chances are it's me. Come see me.
Wow, that's so cool. Congratulations. Well, thank you so much for being here and please stay so safe.
Same to you, Bonnie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.